Hello all, I'm Suyash, an educator on Unacademy. You can follow me on Unacademy learning app where you can find my other courses as well. This lesson is on some very interesting idioms and phrases which you can use in your daily life to make your conversations more and more interesting and happening. And also you can find these idioms and phrases in a lot of competitive exams. So please do not forget to rate, review and share this lesson, and also please do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy YouTube channel. Okay, thank you very much. And this is my profile, and here's the link where you can just follow me for my other courses. You can find this link in the description of this video also. And also please do not forget to shoot all your questions, any doubt, any query which you are having in your mind, just shoot that in the comment box below and all your questions will be answered for sure. Okay, so moving on, continuing with some more interesting idioms and phrases. So here we have the very first one of this lecture, that is a hue and cry. So when I'm saying a hue and cry, what do I basically mean? Actually, it means a loud public outcry showing their disapproval for something. Let's say, we have public out there, okay? And when let's take an example of a government. If government is going to take an action, or if government has decided something, if government has made some amendment, or if government has taken an initiative or a step, now if the people are not feeling good about that law or about that initiative of the government, if people are not happy with that, and actually they are going to do what? They are actually going to show their disapproval, okay? And that disapproval can actually be shown in the form of a loud public outcry. The people will get onto the roads, they'll just show the their anger for the government in one way or the other. So that is a loud public outcry. Okay, so I can say that it is something which is a hue and cry. So whenever there is a large or loud public outcry which shows the disapproval of people for something, the person or the people who are engaged in that, they're actually showing disapproval for something, then it is called as a hue and a cry. Okay, like for example, there is still a huge hue and cry in the university. There is still a huge hue and cry in the university. Now you are studying in any university and the management has taken some decision and students are not happy about the decision. So what they are going to do? They are actually going to create a loud public outcry. They are actually going to show their disagreement, show their disapproval for that decision which the management of the college or the university has taken. Okay, so I can say that there is still a huge hue and cry in the university. Okay, so this is how I can use this hue and cry. The next one is hustle and bustle. Now this hustle and bustle is actually used in the context of some big cities. Okay, the cities where you have a lot of people living, where you have a lot of jobs, where you have very fast life. Okay, when you have very monotonous life, very hectic life, you have a lot of pubs, discos. So it is actually showing you that big city, that developed city in which you have everything. You have fast life, you have hectic schedule, you have monotonous life. So all these things actually make your life, or make the way of life with hustle and bustle. Like for example, or if I just directly go through the meaning, then busy schedule, large amount of work in a noisy surrounding. Now if you just go through it once again, then you will find three things: busy schedule, large amount of work in a noisy surrounding. Surrounding is noisy. The life of people is actually very hectic. Okay, the schedule is very busy and the workload is a lot. The pressure of doing work is a lot. So when you are talking about such cities, then this is called hustle and bustle. Okay, this schedule or this way is actually known as hustle and bustle. Like for example, I just don't like the hustle and bustle of the big cities. I just don't like the hustle and bustle of the big cities. So when I'm saying hustle and bustle of the big cities, what do I mean? I actually mean the busy schedule of the people who are living out there in those big cities, the large amount of work which the people are doing every day in those big cities, the pressure, the large amount of work pressure which they are handling in those big cities. Okay, and the noisy surrounding. Everywhere we have a lot of vehicles, pubs, discos, this and that. So that all will altogether make what? Make a city with a lot of hustle and bustle. Okay, so this is how I use this hustle and bustle. The next one is why and wherefores for something. Now when I'm saying why and wherefores for something, it simply means that I'm talking about the reasons for something. Now it can be the reason for anything. They could be the reasons for any happening or any talk or anything. Let it be anything. When I'm talking about the reasons behind it, then I'm actually talking about the why and wherefores for something. Okay, like for example, he discussed all the why and wherefores with me of that incident. Let's say an incident took place at some point of time in your life, and you were very worried about that incident. You actually, the incident made a great impact to your life, and now you are doing what? You are actually discussing all the whys and wherefores with your friend of that incident. Now there are a lot of reasons behind the incident, why it took place, how it took place, what was the driving force due to which that incident actually happened. So all these things, all those reasons you actually discussed with whom? With your friend. So I can say that he discussed all the reasons, or instead of that I can say that he discussed all the whys and wherefores with me of that incident. Okay, so this is how I can actually use this whys and wherefores. Okay, the next one is against all the odds. Now this is very common and you all must have heard about it in one way or the other in your life. So when I'm saying against all the odds, I actually mean to say when you do something even after facing a lot of difficulties and criticism from other people. Now you have something in your mind that you will do it, and you somehow do it. Does not matter how many difficulties are actually coming in your path, does not matter how much criticism you are facing from n number of people. People are criticizing you, people are saying you are doing wrong, or you cannot do it, or why you are doing, or why you are making so useless efforts. They are saying again and again different things, different demotivating statements, but still you do that. That means you did it against all the odds. There were a lot of odds against you. There were a lot of people who were not happy with what you are doing, but still, even after facing those difficulties and even after facing that criticism from those people, you still did it. Okay, so this actually means that you did it against all the odds. Like for example, against all the odds, he managed to start his own startup. Everyone was saying that your idea was not up to the mark, your dedication is not that much high that you can start your own business, but still against all those odds, he managed to start his own startup. So this is how we use against all the odds. Okay, the next one is at a crossroads. Now when I'm saying at a crossroads, it actually has two straight lines going in a different directions. Okay, at a crossroad. So this is what is going to define the meaning of this at a crossroads. Two different lines in different direction. So whenever you are at a point in your life when you need to make a choice, you have two choices, you have two different straight lines, but you are supposed to choose one out of them. So that time I will call you that you are at a crossroad. So whenever you are supposed to choose one out of two choices which are actually available to you, then you are actually at what? At a crossroad. Okay, there are a lot of times when it happens that you are at some point of life when you just need to make a choice. Maybe you have two good opportunities in front of you, but you just need to choose which one is best for you, which one is more apt for you. Okay, so that is the time when you are actually at a crossroad. Like for example, I am at a crossroad. Either I should go on with the same job or I should leave it and take the other one. Now you have been selected for another job and you are doing this job also. So now it depends on you. You are at a crossroad in which one direction is you should go on with the existing job and the other direction is you should switch on to the other job. So it depends on you. You are actually at a crossroad. It depends on you whether you should choose the existing one or you should go for the new job. So this is how we use this at a crossroad. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. Thank you very much. This is Suyash signing off.